We have some good news today when it comes to the Detroit Lions potentially making a trade. The voice that all football fans listen to, Adam Schefter, went on Get Up today and was asked about the Lions making a trade for an edge rusher, and he gave out two very important names. Two, and we're going to discuss them today. By the way, this video is brought to you guys by BetUS, but those two names that he brought up today, Azeez Ojulari and Za'Darius Smith. Two very good pass rushers. Azeez is on the end of his contract. He was a second-round pick. This is his fourth year, and he's having a very productive year. He's like top 5 in sacks, playing for the New York Giants. They're not very good. He's young, like very young, and I think he's an interesting player. Za'Darius Smith is the other guy he brought up, which we've all been talking about. That's like my number one guy at this point, considering Myles Garrett, Max Crosby, all these guys are off the table. Trey Hendrickson, most likely off the table. I think Za'Darius Smith makes the most sense. But Azeez is interesting. And I kind of did some research. I dug up some research into what Azeez has kind of done this year. I mean, he has 7 sacks on the year, 6 or 7 sacks. At least according to PFF, he has 19 total pressures. With Za'Darius Smith, he has 4 sacks, but 24 total pressures. So less sacks, but he's been more active this year. And Za'Darius Smith has been better against the run, which is something that Lions fans, whenever you're talking about a specific player, you have to bring that up. How is this guy when it comes to defending the run? There's no question Za'Darius Smith is better at this point against the run. He's kind of shown that in his career as well. I do think there's some benefit to getting an older player. He's 31, I believe, 31 years old. Oh, no, he's 32 years old. Compared to Azeez Ojulari, he's 24 years old. But Za'Darius has played in a lot of big games. He's very familiar with this division, and he's someone that is under contract for next season as well. So you get to keep him heading into next year. There is an out this summer with Za'Darius Smith, but I think he would cost less than what Azeez would cost, because I also read a report that the New York Giants are looking to, quote, get blown away by an offer for Azeez Ojulari and Darius Slayton, which is a wide receiver they currently have, if you guys didn't know, and they're looking to trade him as well. So when it comes to just, I guess, what makes sense financially, transactionally, it's got to be Za'Darius Smith, right? I know you guys have already started placing your bets for the NFL season. I have a future for you here that I think is a great one. And remember, gamble responsibly. But if you go to BetUS, which you guys should be using if you're gambling, you could get on the Lions to win the NFC at plus 300. Yes, plus 300. I mean, guys, this is a lock. They're the best team in the NFC. They're in their own class. And at plus 300, I'm still going to be able to triple my money. I mean, yeah, I'm in. I'm putting 50 to win 150. Lock it in. Lions to win the NFC. It's going to happen. They're going to get that bye. And guys, don't forget, you place any bet on BetUS. You go in, you get 150% on your first deposit, 125% on your second and third deposit, up to $2,000. And remember to use the promo code YouTube150. Now let's get back to the video. I mean, he would be cheaper. He'd be a guy that you'd probably trust more in bigger games. He kind of knows his role. You know what you're getting with Za'Darius Smith. Maybe he doesn't have the upside that Azeez has, but he'll be cheaper. You'll have him under contract, and he can come contribute right away and be better against the run. You can play him on more downs, which that's what the Lions are looking for right now. If you guys haven't noticed, the last couple of games, opponents have been running to the edges without Aiden Hutchinson. I mean, you had Muhammad and Isaiah Thomas in most of the time, and even when they put Houston in, they're running the football at whoever's in. And they've had success. I mean, the Lions, their opponents over the last 2 games without Hutch have ran for about 5.3 yards per carry last 2 games. Not acceptable. You're going to need not only someone that can rush the passer, yes, but someone that can defend the run. And I mean, Za'Darius Smith can absolutely do that. It just makes too much sense at this point, guys. I mean, it just does. They want a day 3 pick, I believe. I think you can get it done for a 4th rounder, which the Lions do have this year. You know, they don't have a 3rd rounder, but they have a 4th rounder. And that's enough to get Za'Darius Smith. Even though it'd be a late 4th rounder, you're going to have to negotiate here. There'll be other teams that are interested. I'm sure the Chicago Bears are interested. I saw a report about that. They're looking to add another edge. So you're going to have some competition here for Brad Holmes. So I'm curious, guys. I mean, what do you think of the 2 names? Azeez Ojulari, Za'Darius Smith. Which one of the 2 do you prefer and why? I've already said before, and I've said it a bunch of times, I'm in love with Za'Darius Smith. I think he's a perfect fit. I was a big Matthew Judon guy in the summer heading into the season. Didn't work out, obviously. But at this point, with the options that the Lions currently have, the one that makes the most sense is Za'Darius Smith. I mean, talk about you still have to play the Packers after this week one more time. You're going to play them twice now up until this weekend because you have a game this weekend. You'll play them later. And the Vikings, you still have another game. Oh, those are two teams he's very familiar with. Two teams he's very comfortable playing with, against. On the road, at home, it doesn't matter. So I love him as a culture fit, man. He never causes any problems. Never have to worry about him. And you know what you're getting with him. Rush the passer, defend the run, do his job. And a guy I think that can teach Josh Paschal, a guy that can teach Levi Onwuzurike, even Isaiah Todd, everyone in that edge room can learn from Za'Darius Smith. Truly. But that's where I'm at, guys. Share your thoughts in the comment section below, and appreciate BetUS for sponsoring this video and sponsoring the channel. Check out our live show tonight, 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. But until then, I will catch you. Hey, what's going on there? It's Jeff Iafrate. Appreciate you for finishing the video. You can check out one of the videos here suggested or show support by commenting, liking, and subscribing. And buy your merchandise, FisherCTSports.com.